Hi, everyone. Welcome tonight to the live stream here. My name is Joanne, and I help entrepreneurs, especially coaches and wellness practitioners, achieve their dreams, their goals by living their fullest potential. And the way I do it is with my 4-step mindset reset, and they're able to achieve their goals, their dreams, be happy and fulfilled. So tonight it's dedicated to entrepreneurs as well. And the topic tonight is you are smart, you're successful, but are you stuck? And I just wanted to really put it out there that a lot of times we think that when we're stuck, there's something wrong with us, that we're a failure or we're kind of a loser, something's not right with us. But you're going to find out in tonight's live stream that when you're stuck, it's because mostly you are growing and there's some things going on with that. So this is dedicated to entrepreneurs because you are smart and you are successful, but we tend to get stuck. I know I do, and I'm always in check with myself. So I want to give a shout out to people that are here live tonight. If you would put your name and where you're from in the news feed, I would really appreciate it. So here's here, only the strong survive is here. I'm not sure who that is, but welcome here. And if you're listening on the replay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So many people listen to the replay. And I want to encourage you to also put your name and where you're from and some comments in the section down below in the comments section, because I want to know who's here and thank you and reach out to you for being here and spending time here on your personal growth. So who is here? Hi, Tyrus. Good to see you. Glad you made it here. Glad to see you here. Okay, so now I can clarify who you are. And thank you for putting in where you're from, Atlanta, Georgia, beautiful Atlanta, Georgia, with nice warm weather. And tonight is really sultry in here. It's probably 80-something degrees, and they have the heat on because they did the switch. So I feel like I'm in some tropical location tonight. So tonight we're going to talk about some really good stuff, because being stuck is something that happens to us because we're growing. So I'm going to give you a couple different scenarios of why we get stuck. The first is that you are smart, you are successful. And successful, the definition that I have of success is that it's the progressive realization of a worthwhile dream or desire. And so if you set a goal and you are achieving it, you set your mind to achieve it, you are successful, because most people don't have goals. Most people don't have dreams, and most people don't have a target. And by having a target, that guarantees your success. There's other things that go along with it by just setting your goals, by clarifying what you want and putting it out there, and then consciously going after it. You are increasing your success rate by having a goal. I don't remember the stats on it, but it's something like 50% if you have a goal. So you want to have a goal. So someone else joined us here. Wang, hey Wang, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you here. So the good thing is that you are growing. So let's talk about what happens. You have a desire. You have a dream. You have something that is a stretch for you. It's an expansion for you. And because you are expanding, maybe it doesn't feel comfortable. It's new. You don't know how to do it. Maybe you're lacking the confidence, or maybe you're lacking the skills. I take a lot of coaching, and I'm in different coaching groups over the years. And, as an entrepreneur, I was learning digital marketing a year ago. Well, that was so new to me. It put me out of my comfort zone and it made me uncomfortable. But I had the tools to get rid of what's stopping me and causing that. A lot of people don't have that, and so they go through all of this fear and all of the negative emotions. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that tonight. So who else joined here? Lisette. Hi, Lisette. Good to see you here as well. So we're talking about being stuck. We're successful and yet we're stuck. But we're focused on growing. We're focused on expansion. And so that is causing us to feel stuck. So we're stuck for a couple of reasons because we're not aligned yet with what we want. So for instance, you want to have a very successful business that is online, and that's going to require you to do a lot of videos and to put yourself out there, like tonight on Facebook Live, and you're feeling uncomfortable because you're not in aligned, because your programs, your patterns, your subconscious beliefs from childhood are such that you can't make it as an entrepreneur perhaps, or you feel you're not a good speaker because that was from childhood where somebody made fun of you for being in front of the class, which happened to me, right? So that stopped me for part of my career where I just didn't want to be on stage and speak until I got over that. But that is something. So it's not an alignment with your dreams and desires. Your subconscious mind is not in alignment, and the subconscious runs the show. That is stuff that you don't even know that's there from childhood. So there are ways to get rid of it, and I will talk about that later in the program so you have a better understanding. But you're not in alignment yet because it's maybe out of reach for you. So you've got to clear out some of the programs. You've got to have the mindset reset for success, and possibly you need some skills as well. And that is making you stuck. And maybe you feel overwhelmed. Who feels overwhelmed? Who has ever felt overwhelmed? Put a yes in there, because I know I have felt overwhelmed, and that is something that I have learned to overcome, because that was a pattern with me, because I take on so much stuff and then I get overwhelmed. So you have to change your patterns. So if you've got overwhelmment in you, put that in there. And that is not in alignment. You just feel there's too much to do, and so you're stuck. You're afraid because you're not really qualified. The other thing is that you're resisting. You know, this is something that is for your best and highest good, and that scares you. We are more afraid of succeeding than we are failing. Isn't that weird? But that is true. We're so afraid of succeeding that we stop ourselves. Because if we succeed, that means we'll be in the limelight. That means people are going to know who we are. That means the haters are going to come out and maybe bash us or say negative things on social media. So we're afraid of that versus the failure. So who feels that as well? Afraid. Yes, fear is big. Fear is the number one. It stops us. We're just afraid, and we choose to do things to avoid fear and pain. So that is, we're wired for that actually, because we're to survive. So that's something we have to go around because we are wired for that. So fear is all around us, right? We're fear of failing, we're fear of succeeding, we're fear of getting hurt, we're fear of hurting others, we're fear of being embarrassed, we're fear of losing money. We're so afraid of things. So that's all there. So when we're doing something new, we're afraid. We're afraid of newness because we have the unknown. We don't know. So this is all in the category of you're growing. So you're growing and you have resistance and you have fear and you're not aligned yet because it's a big stretch for you. So you have to kind of get successes to build so that you build your confidence and that you know that you can do it and get to a place of that you feel comfortable with newness. That's what I do, is I get to a place of always being comfortable with newness. The second reason that we're stuck, and if you're on this call, it's probably not you, but it's people that don't want to grow. Okay, they don't have dreams, they don't have goals, they don't have aspirations. They're just very content with whatever they have. You know, they maybe don't necessarily go for things, they don't take classes, they don't do personal growth development. They're what I call the couch potatoes. You know, they just are really content with just sitting there watching TV and not really going after their dreams. They watch other people go for their dreams on TV shows and sports. And they're resisting change. They don't like change. They don't want change. They're done with it, right? They just won't change. They're, digging their heels in. Now, you've seen people like this, right? Maybe they're family members that do that, or maybe you even did that. And that's okay, because if you're growing, it's a good thing. So Wang says, having been a people pleaser my whole life and not even realizing that, I recently learned that I'm the total sum of my decisions, and that was a hard pill to swallow. Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you for sharing that. And that's a good realization to have. And so when you have a realization like that, Wang, I always pat myself on the back, give myself a cheer, because it's a win to have that realization. We're really here to have awareness. And so when we have awareness, that's a win. So that's a good thing for us, because then we can grow. Because I'm sure right now, Wang, you got that. And so now you saw that you're a people pleaser and that's stopping you. And now you're not going to do that anymore. Or you're going to be aware of when you do it. That's what an important thing is, that you have the awareness, you have the tools to get you through that, and you won't do it again. And so you're growing. So that's a great thing. You know, that's a big win. But I saw something that I want to share with you this last week about people not willing to grow and change. And it was the weirdest thing. It was at my health club. And I came in on Friday to do my workout. I took 2 classes in a row, and I heard the announcement that the person that was doing the class, the instructor, said she's not doing this class anymore, that it's been changed. And then the next class was the same thing. They announced that they're not doing the class. So 2 classes in a row were canceled. And so the people that were in the class, about a half dozen of them, were like in rage. They were literally so out of control in rage because this class was canceled. So they went downstairs, and I wanted to go downstairs to the office to find out what was going on, because, you know, I was considering not renewing my membership, not because of this reason, but for other reasons. So I went down there, and one of the guys was really hostile. He was yelling and screaming and kind of out of control, you know, yelling at them for making these changes. And he went off on these programs about, you know, that this is a community, a family, and I've been taking this class for 10 years and we're not together anymore. This is an example of somebody that was resisting change. It's fear of the unknown, fear of, I'm going to get hurt because my class isn't there anymore. My instructor, who I adore, isn't there anymore. And where am I going to go? What am I going to do? And I'm not going to see these people anymore. So it's resistance to change. You know, there are people who are resistant to change. They don't change their hairstyle for the last 20 years. They don't change the way they look, their clothing, or they don't change the colors of their home. They stay with it for 30 years, 20 years, whatever. They're afraid of change. It's really great to make changes. So these people are stuck because they don't want to change. But it's not uncomfortable to them until change happens to them, because change is inevitable. It is always, the universe is changing. It's always happening around us, right? We're changing everything. The plants change, the leaves change, the seasons change, the date changes, that change the time. There's so many things that we do. We change. People change jobs, change companies. Companies are bought out. So there's change everywhere. So you got to go with the flow. You have to learn to like change, because it's going to be there all the time. So change will happen. And if you're not willing to change, you're going to feel stuck. So let me check in here. You must be talking about the hair. No, I'm actually talking about just in general. You know, that's a big thing. But yeah, you know, so that's kind of a fun thing. But yeah, that just, how many times we see that, right, Wang? When you don't see people changing like anything about themselves. So change is good, but if you're not willing to change, you're going to be stuck. So I really want to address more the first one, the people that are willing to grow, because that's who I'm here to help. I'm here to help you with that. So let's talk about the resistance and how this all happens. This is the subconscious stuff. So your childhood is when it happens, and you get it from your parents. You get it from your uncles, your aunts, your grandparents. You get it from society. Think about what happens in certain generations and the TV shows that are there, the news that happens, like, right? Because the people like my parents who were from the Depression, they have this scarcity kind of mindset, and that gets passed down to them. So we pick up things from media. We pick up things from parents. typo talking about me and my hair. Oh, you and your hair not changing. Well, come on, you change, right? I think you change. So change. Just embrace the change. You're adorable, Wayne. So we get that from society, and these programs stay with us, and they're not what we believe. So I want you to think about some beliefs that you have that you picked up from your family or from school or programs and that you're holding on to. And do you really, truly believe them? Do you truly believe that you can't be successful? Do you truly believe that you're not capable of succeeding? Do you truly believe that you cannot express yourself in a video and have people get something from that? Those are false beliefs. Those are false beliefs, but we have them. We have them from childhood. You know, I certainly had them. And I have tools and techniques to help me when they pop up because I'm always growing and they pop up. Different ones, possibly, variations of it, possibly, but they do. And the tools and techniques I have, I can clear my blocks. I can clear my blocks. And what I do for my clients is I clear their blocks. I work with them to clear their blocks. I do that one-on-one. I do it in my group programs. I do it all the time. This is what I do. It's my gift and my talent, and it's something that is unique to help people move forward so that you can succeed and you get rid of those programs and you get rid of resistance. And then I help you do a mindset reset to rewire new beliefs in. So for instance, your belief that you're capable of doing an awesome video and helping people by spreading the message. That is a new belief that you can have. A new belief that you're totally capable of having a $1 million business if that's what you choose. So these are the beliefs that we want to reset in. So let me check in here. I'm getting some great comments. I love this. No, I don't believe that. I believe I can and I will. Awesome. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So coaching really helps you because coaching is your partner. I'm your partner. I'm your accountability partner. I am your cheerleader. I am also somebody who is seeing you in things that you don't see. So I'm here to point those out to you and give you a gentle nudge and sometimes a gentle little kick to get going. But that's what I do. But my big thing is clearing blocks because that is the stopper. You are probably not going to achieve everything you want with ease and happiness if you don't get rid of the blocks and the stuff and the programs and the patterns and the false beliefs, because you're always going to be struggling. You know, you're going to be like running uphill. It's always going to be there for you. And who wants to struggle? You can get rid of that. So these false beliefs can go and you can reset, and then you can establish some goals and habits to achieve what you want, and you're not going to be stuck anymore. That's the big thing. You have to get rid of the resistance that's keeping you stuck so that you can move forward. The most successful people in the world have coaches. They do. They just do, you know, because you realize you can't do it alone. You're not here for advice from them. Like, I don't give advice, but I help you figure it out. And that's what a good coach does. They empower you to figure it out. If someone's giving you, do this, do that, they're not empowering you. They're giving you answers, and that might make you feel good, but you're not going to be able to figure it out on your own and go forward with tools and techniques. And so it's really good when you work with a coach who empowers you. That's what matters most. So I'm doing something that I haven't done before. And so my coaching program, which is a 6-month coaching program for the next few days, I have some available slots on my calendar for a free coaching session with me to find out how I can help you. And if you join the 6-month program, you get $1,000 off from my private one-on-one coaching for 6 months. And that's the Big Enchilada program. That gets through everything. I help you understand who you are, what you want, what your core values are, so who you really are, what you really want in your life, what's stopping you, how to reset, how to get new beliefs, and then how to set goals and everything in between. All of the spiritual stuff, all of the spiritual laws, the law of attraction, helping you in every way. So that is $1,000 off. If you also want to get involved with my 3-month coaching program, which I really focus on the same thing, but a short version, that is $500 off. So if this is something you want to learn more about, then sign up for the free coaching session. It's a 45-minute, but you've got to do it by Friday. Monday is the last day actually to set the schedule. So you have Thursday and Friday or Monday to schedule an appointment with me. And then if you like what you hear and you join the program, you will get that discount off. And we'll talk more about it. But anyway, here's what I also do. I do these live Facebook Lives every week. And I'm also going to be doing a free coaching session starting next week. I'm excited about that. On Wednesday, I'm going to be doing that. And then on Thursday, I'm going to have my group clearing session again. And I'm going to have that for $39 and it's 75 minutes. And we are going to work in a group to eliminate your programs and your patterns and things that are stopping you. So we're going to do that. So be on the lookout for that because it's going to happen next week. And I'm going to have the link on my posts and my videos. And next week, I'm going to do more videos about this as well. So if you have any questions, please put them in here. Anybody have any questions? Because I want to help you with any questions. Great comments. Thank you, everybody, for commenting. I so appreciate that you're commenting here because we can go back and forth, and I love interaction between you. Now, if you're listening to the replay, I will check for 2 weeks who's commenting, and I will respond back to you because I want to honor you for being here and honor you for asking a question, and I'll give you some feedback. Again, I won't give you advice, but I will give you some information or possibly a book that I recommend to you or a video you can watch or something like that. I will help you in that way, or I'll suggest that you get on my coaching call because I've got a free coaching call coming up and I've got the clearing session as well. So since there aren't any more questions, I want to thank you for being here. Everybody, thank you so much. This was a really great live stream for me. I really appreciate it. And for those of you that are on the replay, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I'm here to help you any way I can. And I love entrepreneurs. I've been an entrepreneur for many years, and I believe entrepreneurs are going to change the world because you have a message, you have heart, you have soul, you have spirit, and you're here for good. You're here to improve humanity. So I'm here to serve you. So thank you for being here again and have a great night. Bye, everybody.